So it's the end of summer, and this day, just like all days, I woke up and I hydrated myself with a glass of water and a cup of coffee. This is my first coffee of the day. It will not be my last by far. And it was kind of hot this day, so I ended up deciding for an iced coffee. And then I went on my morning walk to try to hit 10,000 steps. And then when I got back, I decided to treat myself to a pumpkin spice latte. This takes around 10 minutes to whip up and it's super easy, and you don't have to spend like $7 on it at Starbucks. If you don't mind it kind of chunky, you can obviously mix it by hand, but on this day I did want it a bit smoother, so I chucked it into the blender. The blender also makes it super frothy and creamy. My mom would probably say I drink too many iced drinks, but I put in an ice cube and poured over some frothed milk. Feel free to top the drink with some cinnamon or some maple syrup for extra sweetness. I think even without the extra sugar, there's just this creaminess to the pumpkin that really makes this drink super delicious and super comforting, even on a hot summer morning. So before having an official breakfast this day, I decided to be a little more productive for a while. So here I am just working away on some translation tasks for around an hour until my boyfriend woke up. I find that I'm most productive in the mornings, especially before breakfast, and so I try to make this a habit, though I don't do it every single day. Some days I'll just lie around and watch videos and relax, or I'll go on a run, or I'll listen to some podcasts and read a bit. It all depends on the morning and my mood. I try not to give myself too much stress in the morning because I want to be mindful and I want to enjoy my time. But once my boyfriend wakes up, we like to have breakfast together. This has kind of been our go-to meals these days, just some whole veggies, some avocado, and some toast. And this is my third coffee, yes, but they are small portions, so it's okay, right? Are you guys more of a spoon masher or a fork masher? Because I prefer spoons, but my boyfriend prefers forks. But either way, it's hard to do one-handed, so once I spread it off camera, I put some chili salt over it. I like it extra spicy. And then I topped it with some cucumbers, some tomato, and some lettuce. I ended up having 2 pieces of this toast and some extra cucumbers on the side. And then because I had a savory breakfast, I was really craving something sweet for lunch. So I made some pumpkin oats. I chopped up an apple, one-handed as well, and then I'm using these spelt flakes. They're similar to oats, but when you cook them, they're less slimy, so it's a better mouthfeel. I put the apples into a bowl, sprinkled some cinnamon over it, and then put the spelt flakes and some water, and I microwaved it for around 3 minutes. I can't get enough of cinnamon, so there you see me adding some more. And then here are my toppings. Some cooked pumpkins from the night before, some hemp seeds, some homemade nut butter, and some sultanas or some raisins. I also like to top my oats with soy yogurt because I like the different temperatures, the hot and the cold, and also the creamy texture. So the weather turned around and we ended up going on a spontaneous outing to the river. It's slowly getting colder every day, so we want to take advantage of the sunny weather while we can. We had a little beer picnic on the banks of the river, and it was just really nice to bask under the sun, even though sadly the water on the Iza is a little bit too cold now. So then when we got home, I decided I wanted to harvest my potatoes, which I had planted 4 months ago. And this is the first time I'm planting potatoes, and they were a little bit tiny, so I think I'll have to use a different soil next time around, or maybe a larger container. But it was still plenty, and I was just really excited to see how one potato turned into 20. I washed them off and supplemented with some store-bought potatoes because that definitely would not have been enough for my boyfriend. And then I wanted to try these IKEA plant balls. So I ended up air frying them in my Ninja Foodie, of course. Also, for some extra greens, I added some frozen broccoli and I air fried that as well. So even though I had boiled the potatoes already, I also wanted to air fry some so that they would turn crispy. So I threw some potatoes in there. I made some gravy and heated up some peas while I was waiting. And this meal just turned out so delicious. The plant balls are really meaty and I really like the flavor, even though they don't taste like meat. And it was just really delicious. The combination of all these flavors plus the lingonberry jam. I think it was a perfect dinner after that bike ride, and it was just so wholesome and fulfilling. So we did end up eating dinner a little bit early, and I got snacky. So obviously, I had to eat some popcorn because I love that, and it's a quick snack. I like to eat it plain, so I just throw it into the microwave for 3.5 minutes. And when it comes out, I sprinkle with some salt, and it's so quick and easy and pretty healthy too. And everybody knows when you have a savory snack, you gotta end on a sweet note. So here I was trying out the Edeka peanut butter vegan ice cream. I was really surprised about this because it had a super strong peanutty flavor and you couldn't really taste the Oreos, but it was still good nonetheless. And there were also whole peanuts in it. I also got this brownie ice cream, so I tried a few spoonfuls of it because why not? And it was also super rich and chocolatey, and if you have a sweet tooth, this really hits the spot. This ice cream is also pretty much the same price as non-vegan ice creams, and it has chocolate chunks in it, or I guess brownie chunks. But yeah, it mimics Ben& Jerry's really well. And because I had snacked so much, I decided that I would drink a bedtime tea to kind of quiet my stomach a bit. This one is called Dreamcatcher and it's made out of lavender and passion flower. And it's so delicious and the perfect end to the day. And that's all for today. Thanks for joining me and see you next time. Bye.